It's definitely one of the best teams I've ever been a part of. So it's very exciting up to this point, and just the chemistry between players and coaches and players among themselves has been amazing. I've never seen anything like it. So it's just exciting to see how the season's going to unfold.
Most important factor is just everyone giving 100%, maybe even more. We've been #1 all year round. We have a target on our back. Everyone has been giving us their best game, and they won't let up, and there's no reason for them to let up during the OCAA championship. So that just goes to show that we need to come back even harder and just show everyone why we've been #1.
Takes for a successful team, I think you need to have the players first of all. You gotta have the good players.
Well, we do have 2 of the top scoring players ever in our roster already. CJ, Alina always stand out no matter where they go.
CJ Nafuente is obviously an elite level player.
It's unbelievable to watch her practice day in and day out. Get us better and never ever want to lose. Never. To me, that defines what takes practice and treats it like a game every day.
In any level, she's a national team player, so we expect her to perform at a very high level, and I think she will. She usually delivers.
I remember the story they were telling about the Nationals last time, how CJ was in a situation where she was driving because they trusted her to go and get a foul or whatnot, and she was stuck in a situation, so she passed it out to Ruth, and Ruth shot the ball. So CJ trusted another player to shoot the ball.
We also have the best athlete in the country.
Lena Domingo, in her 5th year, has been virtually unstoppable this year, and is playing with a lot of confidence and a lot of grit, and we expect her to stand out.
Our usual standouts are going to stand out, but I also think the players that are maybe usually on the bench, they're going to come out and really help change the game and impact the game.
And I've seen just so much growth since the beginning of the year and up to now that it's going to be very exciting when OCs actually start, just to see when they're playing in that big stage, how they react to the pressure of the situation.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure.
Take this, so if it goes pass, boom, whoever was here, you have to take that. You understand? It's our 3-on-3 full court drill.
People look at us and are like, oh, they always win. There's no worries about that. There's a lot of pressure. They're making this such a huge deal. They're telling everybody that, oh, we're gonna win. It's kind of like set in stone, like for us to win. And if we don't win, then that's like a huge deal. Playing up to that standard is really hard.
Mentally, it is a lot harder to try to stay mentally there throughout the season.
Discipline and details, So everything that we have been taught, and that we literally do the same thing every day in practice.
And choose your behavior, you're gonna have to answer for things. Yes or no?
Those little details that keep getting added on, they're really small, but if we remember them and we execute it on the floor and just compete, I think we'll be just fine.
We always have great talent on our team, but it's the little things that we need to get better at. But we are getting better at day by day and game by game. But I think that would take us over the top to win a championship provincially and nationally.
Even on the court, like having each other's back, talking to each other on defense and on offense, saying, you're good, you're good, you're good. Those little details, talking and passing the ball one extra time will help us succeed.
Me as a point guard and a captain, it's just making sure that my team is making their shots on the court or giving up the pass, making their free throws, or just even executing the play.
To be good at what you do in the sport of basketball at our level, I think you've got to do a couple of things every day, and for us, you've got to work as hard as you can, and your mindset is you have to be competing and always trying to gain a victory.
Also, you have to have a great leader, and I think we have a great leader, AJ Sharma, our head coach, and we know where we want to go, our destination is, and And once we can relate that down to the players and the players can see a sense and form that they want to be part of this and they buy in, it kind of just unfolds itself and just turns into this unstoppable train that we're on. We're trying to get to our destination.
There's a quote that AJ always says. He says all these silly quotes, that, like dad quotes, and you're like, oh my gosh. Something about like success starts from the top, which would translate into having a successful team, is to not only work hard for what the coach wants and what the culture of the team that he wants on and off the court, but to also kind of be aware of other players.
Chemistry is very important on this team. You can ask anyone around. Our team has the best chemistry you would ever see, and we treat each other like we're sisters. So that's like the most important thing, to have that, because it reflects on the court. We trust each other all around, on and off the court. So to have each other's backs off the court is like important to have it on the court too.
It's that relationship outside, off the court, that's really good.
So we have to push through adversity, like depending on each other, trusting one another. So if we manage to just work on us and not focus about any other competition, like the gold is ours.
I would describe the experience as basically a family. It's family oriented, everyone's your sister, coaches are like your uncles or dads, and just thinking that you have a goal, a main purpose, and that's to win a championship provincially and nationally, and that everyone is geared towards the same goal, playing their role. So everyone's on the same page, just knowing where you want to be.
As a team, we have to trust each other.
The most important part is that we all feel like family. I like that ever since I came here. Like, we all kind of have our own little role and we all make it work somehow. I feel like that's really special because you don't get that in every team or everywhere you go.
And the experience with the team is like being part of a family, and the culture that AJ created here, and the girls continue to buy in and they live through the culture.
Also, what I would think is important as well is just adding the right support to the players, right? Some players will need support in terms of their confidence, if they have any rough games. So I think that's one of the most important thing we can do.
I feel like we're the best team in the country, and when we're in the gym inside those four walls, that we're the only people that can beat us. It's ourselves.
I remember one of the coaches telling me that you're not going to remember the score or how many points you scored or the team you faced. You're going to remember the jokes in this change room and the laughs. I'm so lucky, like I don't know who else can really say that. It's nice to be a part of something.
I probably don't do a great job of telling my players how proud I am of them, but they're phenomenal people who deliver every day and work as hard as they can. And even though the words don't come out of my mouth, I hope they can see it in my eyes, and I hope they can see it in my laughter at times, and just wanting the best for them and wanting them to achieve greatness when you have a chance to achieve it.
God's plan. I can't do this on my own. Hey, no. Someone watching this shit close.
There it is. Humber takes the gold. National champions. National champions. Holy moly, holy. There is joy in Whoville.